Hi guitar mates, a big thank you for joining me here today. In this video we are going to learn Metal Gods by Judas Priest from the British Steel album, which was released way back in 1980. It was also the B-side to the single Breaking the Law. And we are going to be covering all of the guitar parts, including the solo by Glen Tipton. Tablature and a backing track is available on my Guitar Mates website, and you will find the link down below. So let's get into it. Right, let's check out that main riff. I'll just play it through and then I'll break it down for you. So it goes like this. The riff itself is quite easy to play. We've got our finger across 7th fret. We're playing 7, A, all the way down through to the B string. But we're going to hit that chord and then hammer on, and I use my little finger, we're going to hammer on to the D9, the G9 and the B9. So we get this kind of very typical Judas Priest way of approaching a chord there. But then we've got this chord again. We're going to play that. Now I use that as an upstroke. And we've got to hit that low E string, which is also on a palm mute. So, and we get this kind of, I mute it with the palm, and I get this little click when I'm playing that over that. So we get, and then we're going to hit back on that E chord there through the D, the G and the B. And we've got a repeat of that again going back into that. So that's your opening part. And then this is where we get this little hint of the G chord. We're going to put our second finger on B8 and then back to that D like that. So if you put that all together, and then we go back and play. So we're doing a repeat of that opening little phrase at the beginning. I do suggest you take it a little bit slow just to get that feel that. And then we slide out, so you can hear that on the record. We're going to slide out. Now what I do, I just slide down using my little finger. Kind of gets closer to the sound that I hear on that record. Then we go back and we repeat the opening section, the opening bar. Back on that G. Then we're going to play the same approach with this little hammer down. And then we've got, so we get this like that. Now that is your main core of the riff. And he does kill the sound off on the 4 count. Just kind of kills that off. Now we're going into what I would call the pre-chorus. Now the pre-chorus is always introduced on the count of the 4, and then we got this anda. So we are coming out of that. As I said, we're coming in on that 4 anda. Now what he does on the first one, he does this, he's playing at an F sharp 5 chord. We go da da da. And then we are into the main bar. We got 4 and a. Now the rhythm that we're going to be playing through that, down, 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 down. So we get. But we are going to be doing a 2nd fret on the A string, hammering down onto the 4th fret of the A. So we get this. Going across to a B5. So you can see the rhythm pattern down below that we're playing. Now when we go across to that B5, you're going to pull down on the strings, just taking it slightly out of tune. Then we go back. Now this time we don't do that and a going into it, but we're going to go, which is a same as that. So we introduce it going. This time we go down to the E chord, but we are opening that. Down to an E5. Then we've got that back in 4 and a. That's to the B5 with the bend. Then we're back to. Now when we go back down to the E this time, we just kill it off. Like that. Then we're back into our usual. We go back and repeat that through the verse section. Now we're into the chorus section, which is very, very easy to play. The 2 guitarists, they've got different ways of playing this. KK, the one I seen, you can see it better on the videos when I was watching. He plays it like this. Now we're into the chorus section. And what we're going to do, we're going to look at what KK was doing on this, because when I'm watching all the videos of him live, they tended to feature KK on this, so I got a better idea what he was playing. Not that it's too hard, but it goes like this. So while I'm playing there, I'm doing a G5 pound chord, but I fatten it up. I'm going to actually play the D3, really fatten that chord up. And then I'm going to play it again, going across to the D5. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go back to the G. And this time he sticks in an A. So we get 1, 2, 3, repeat. What we're going to do now, we're just going to head into the solo section, and we are going to check out what was played by KK through Glen Tipton's solo. So KK is playing this through the solo. Just plays that line, so just repeat that one bar. When I'm doing that, I'm playing an open E, and then I'm hammering down onto an F sharp 5 chord, so I get this. And then back to the E, so I'm just going between an E to an F sharp, but it's that little hammer on. And I've got that little chug when I'm doing that. So he's just playing that through the solo section. Right, now we're going to look at the solo by Glen Tipton. It's not too long a solo, not too bad at all here. So I'll just play it through and then I'll break it down. So it goes like this. So it wasn't too long a solo to play there. But we start off with this bend. He's going to be bending that a full tone on that 4th fret of the G string, and he's going to hold it until he gets to the end of the 4. So you get this 2, 3, 4. And then he's going down to the 2nd fret, going to the 1st fret on that G. And then he comes back to the 2nd fret on the G. And to the 4th fret on D. So, let me play that. Then he's working up, and again, now if you want to see this purely as an F sharp minor pentatonic, it'd be easy for you to envisage what he's playing. We got this 2-4 on the A, 2-4 again on the D. Then I've got this line which is going 2-4-2, the puller. That's all on the G string, 2 D4. Back to the 2-4 with a hammer. So we get. That's your first part of that phrase. Then we are going back to the G2. And we got this line where we're playing 2 on the 4. So we get. Cross over to B2. Play that twice. Then we got a B5. And then we've got 4 on the G, back to the 2 on the B. Then we've got a typical kind of bluesy line, where I'm bending on that 4. To the 2, back to the 4, and then finishing up on the 2. Then he does once he's playing that note, he slides up the guitar. And we're going to play 14 on the high E string to 14 on the B, so you get that. Play the 14. 17th fret full tone bend, slide in. Then we go back to the 17 to the 4, so we're playing that 14. We got 3 of them on the 14. Cross to the high E string, 17th fret, full tone bend. Then we're doing a 14, 17, 14. Cross to the 17 on the B. So we go. Then he does a jump down to the 14th fret on the G string with a bend, a quick bend. Cross to 17 on the B. Back on the G string, I'm going to do a 14 to the 13. Then we've got a 13-14 pull off to 16 on the D, back to the 13 on the G, and 16 with a full tone bend on the G. So, if I do that nice and slow. So there we have it, all of the parts for Metal Gods. Not too bad a song to get into, that one, if you're just trying to kind of beginner, intermediate, looking to play something by Judas Priest, this would be a great entry level for you. Now, all of the tablature that you've seen on the screen there is available also with a backing track that I've created using Moises, where I've taken the guitars down, not completely out, but I've taken them down, and you can play along and play the various parts to it. And that is all going to be available on my premium channel. Links are down below. Just click on that, takes you across to the premium channel, and it'll let you know exactly how you can gain access to the tablatures and also the backing tracks. Well, I'm going to let you go, get into that song, enjoy yourself. Until the next time, this is Jeff wishing you well, and I'll speak to you again real soon. Until then, goodbye.